make me the host. I want to share the slide.
Sure. Yeah, you are co-host. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Karthik. First of all, I am grateful to you for giving me an opportunity to serving so many people. And I'm sure last two sessions and 3 years, right? Or two.
Yeah, this is third.
This is the third one. Two sessions we have done. A lot of people have got value addition from that, the comments which we received and all that. So thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to serve people like this. Because what I have missed in my life, I want nobody should miss. And that's the reason for my book. So, well, now I guess some people are new here. For people who attended last session, I want to understand from them before I get forward. Just 5 minutes. Did you go back and do that exercise of writing down 25 things you want in life? Type yes or no.
Yes, please be interactive so that it will
Yes,
be better.
there's no right or wrong answer. I'm
No
not going to
compulsion.
bully. No
Yeah, just
compulsion.
one.
There's no bully that I will shout at you that you do not do it or I will not. So just for my curiosity, because and then I'll tell you some secret what and which you will relate and resonate with yourself. Just to my understanding, did anybody go back and do that exercise of writing down 25 things they want in life?
Yeah.
If money is provided. Okay, Aditya says yes, but I didn't get 25. Right? Anybody else? Manoj, yes, good. Anybody else? Okay, uh, that's fine. Let me, Aditya, for Manoj and Aditya, this is going to be a golden. Try to understand what I'm trying to tell you. And for others, also listen to me very carefully. You know what? We are running after money. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Type yes
absolutely.
or no. Right. So we are running after money. We are running. And you know what? Why we are not achieving it? Why we are not getting the money? Why are we not getting the things we want?
It is only wishful thinking.
Yeah. It is only because money. Money will only come to you if you know why you want the money. Money will only come to know. See what happens. If you are in an emergency, do or die, and you don't have money, money comes to you. Does it come to you or not? Borrowing or somewhere you arrange it, somehow or the other. It comes to you. Because you know the purpose of the money, because you're going to need that. How you use the money. So Manoj and Aditya, if you have written that 25 or 5 or 10, whatever, just treasure them and now you have clear things in front of you that you need money for that. And it can just again the thing we did about 5 or 1, 5, 10. Just divide that into that and go for them. Go for them. And then once you get it, just stick it. You see the pleasure you'll get, the happiness you'll get once you achieve that. And you see things will have start happening. Because now you are clear why you want and you will run for that. You'll not run for money. Because if you run for money, it will never end. It's a never ending race. You have to run for what you want, not for money. You have to be very clear because this is what happened to me in life. And I realized at 45 that what I actually want when I understood for personal finance. And then things started changing for me. Okay. I'll tell you a couple of stories once we go forward. Because how things change when you start thinking what you want. Yeah, it's very difficult because what has happened? You, if you're in class 10, class 9, class 5, even in college, why 25? You could write 100 things you want in life. But here, you are so lost in running after money that you have forgotten why you need the money. So the race will never end and you will not able to achieve because there is no end to it. There is no end to money. But once you have, I want that car, or I want that iPhone, I want that iPad, or whatever. That's the end. Okay, now you got it, take it. Now another one. Now you got it, take it. So you will run for that. You will not run for money. Am I clear? Does it make sense to you? Type yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? You have to run for what you want, not after money. So once you tick that, then you again, and once you have that in front of you, the big things happen. Suppose you have a big dream of having a bungalow or whatever. There was one thing there. So you have to think, whatever I'm doing right now today, will that job or that business or that whatever vocation, whatever you're doing, will I be able to achieve that by doing this right now? If the answer is no, you have to change. You cannot run after that because you're not married to your job, you're not married to your thing. You have to upgrade your skill, you have to do something else, whatever. Then only you'll be able to achieve it. And if you stick there, you'll be running there only, no? You'll do the same thing and get the same result, and your dreams will never happen. Am I clear to you? I made it very simple for you. Okay, now let's go forward. So Manoj and Aditya, congratulations for realizing why now you don't run after money, run after them and divide them into 1, 5, 10 and see how magic happens. Okay. So last time we did this. Now let's move forward. We are going to talk about financial well-being. Now, what is financial well-being? Can anybody tell me what is financial well-being? What is your understanding? Type in the chat box. What is the meaning of financial self-being? Okay. Anybody else? Okay, financial well-being means how you manage your money in a very proper way, so that there is no, very correct, Narasimha, security is there. Security is only one part of it. How you run your money, we have enough money to buy whatever is required. Uh, uh, Again, whatever is required is a very bigger term. That includes your dream. Well-being means you achieve financial peace. Everything money-wise is going well as per your current income, as per your current income, as per your current cash flows. Everything is going well. Okay, so you achieve your everything is going as per the plan. You have a plan in place, so you do it. But that doesn't happen. Why? Because the basic thing requires to do that is budgeting. Budgeting is the basic thing and the first step after mindset. I spoke on the mindset session in the first session. Okay, so after the mindset is very clear, the basic thing is required is budget. But budget is in personal finance, in personal world, in family world, never happens. In corporate world, every year we do budget, every month we do budget. If we deviate from the budget, we do a variance analysis. Why did we increase the cost? Why did we decrease? Why did we, whether we achieved what we wanted to achieve or not? But in personal life, we never do that. Money hits our bank account at the end of the month in salary, and we go on spending, spending, spending. And once spending is done, whatever is left over, okay, let's go for saving. And if it is, and what happens is at most of the times, we spend more than we earn. We spend also our future income, which we have not earned that money. That is by way of credit card, that plastic, our friend. How many plastics you have in our pockets? At one point of time, when I did not understand personal finance, I had 7. And I boasted myself. Now I realize how big a fool I was. Okay. So what is happening when you are using a credit card? We as human beings, we look for instant gratification. We look for instant gratification and we go for it. But we don't realize that there is no gain without a pain. If you want to have something which you don't have, You'll have to do that thing which you have not done. This is very simple. Okay. So what we do, if you swipe the card, the future income which is going to earn, you are already spending. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes.
So now what happened? So what happens if you don't do a budgeting? Nothing is clear. You go to a shopping mall, or you go to buy. Let's say you go to a mall, you go to a Spencer, you go to a Big Bazaar or whatever, and then once you get out of the mall, you see a good Van Heusen or a sale going on. You don't need a shirt, but you walk in and you take a shirt and come back. That was not required. That is excess spending. Because we don't go before you go for a shopping, make a shopping list. I think I've spoken to this, but this is very important in personal finance. You should know what you're going to buy. That will restrict you not to overspend. So, and we don't do that as human beings. 99% of the family don't do that. Even I don't do that. Because that is really, people laugh when we do. My wife will laugh. She will laugh. क्या मजाक है? हम खरीदने जा रहे हैं, कुछ मन करेगा तो नहीं खरीदेंगे क्या? So we are going to buy. If I wish to buy something, I won't buy or what? What are you talking? So it becomes sometimes very embarrassing. Family members in India, we are not used to this, okay? But you go abroad, this is very normal, very, very normal. But now coming back to that, how do you control that? We have to live within our means, okay? And obviously, we have our goals in front of us. We have to achieve that also, and we have to achieve our retirement also. So how do we do that? So let me share my screen again. There's a simple rule called 50, 20, 30, or 50, 30, 20, I would say. There's a typo over there, the slide. 50, 30, 20. So what you do is, whatever you earn, whatever comes into your bank account. Now, this is meant for salaried people, but this is also whatever who is not in salary, who is into business, who are doing their own work. What they have to do is, they know how much they earn monthly. They know how much they earn per month. Average income throughout the year. So in business, I know it's not the same every month, but they know an average whatever they're going to earn in a year. The variation could be 10 to 20%. Okay. So what you should do is your total net of tax. So you are deducted and whatever is money is coming to your bank account, 50% should go for your needs. Needs means absolutely you need them, like your children's school fee, electricity bill, gas bill, food, clothing, uh, maids fees, whatever, everything. But without that, you can't survive. So 50% of that money should go for your needs. 30% of that money should go for your wants, desires. Like sometimes you want to go for movies, weekend, some go out for a weekend or something. So 30% of that money can go for your desires. And 20% of the money should be removed for your savings and investment. Why I call savings and investments? Because there's a big difference between savings and investments. As we go forward, I'll tell you. But to clarify right now, many people understand that savings and investment are the same thing. No, it is not. Savings is just accumulation of surplus over your income minus expenses. Income minus expenses is equal to savings. And that is accumulation of money. But once you apply your savings to earn some money, suppose you bought a house or you bought shares or you bought mutual funds and everything. So that is called investments. So money earns money for you. When money starts earning money for you, that is investments. Until unless the money is idle, it is lying in your Almira, it is only savings. Okay. So just understand and how savings can be converted into investments. We will learn as we go forward. So 20% of the money should go for your savings and investments. And what you should do that? How will you ensure? Because that 20% will never happen if you are not going to remove it first. So budget thumb rule for that is 50, 30, 20. 50 is for needs, 30 is for your wants and desires, and 20 is for savings plus investments. So savings, what you do first thing you have to achieve is 3 to 6 months of your emergency fund, which I have spoken earlier. So once you start removing 20% and you, let's say within a time of 7 months, 8 months, you will able to accumulate your emergency savings and you keep that money. Once you accumulate that savings fund, now you start applying that money for your investments. Then investments will be have to be your as per your aspirations, as per your goals, which Manoj and Aditya have already done. Okay. So you start using that money, invest them to achieve your dreams in life. Okay. So that is how it is. So this is what is called financial well-being. It is simple, but if you don't remove that 20% before, it will never happen because you will always overshoot. Your wants and needs will always overshoot your 80% of the entire inflow of the money which is coming into your bank account. So to do it, the simple thing is automate. Once your money hits your account, it should go out within 4 to 5 days. 20% is removed wherever. Automate that. That is the only simple rule. Otherwise, things will not work. You will always overshoot and there will be a problem. You will not be able to achieve. And I'll tell you, if you start early in life, you'll achieve everything if you are able to achieve, remove that 20%. And in 98 to 99% of cases, I have found that in my clients, which I've dealt with around more than 10,000 clients directly and indirectly till date, that 30% is not spent for desires. 30% is too much of a money. It's not small. Every month, if you are, that is the big money which is kept. But then from 30%, if you take an annual vacation and everything, so everything is covered in that 30%. It's not monthly. Okay. If you take an annual vacation and everything is covered in that 30%. 20% is just, so whatever is left over or you have a surplus, you cannot spend your 30%. You can always invest that. Or if your needs are overshooting of 50%, you can put back your 50%, restrict it to 25% of your wants and 55% of it. But 20% cannot be compromised. That cannot be compromised. Otherwise, your financial well-being will be never taken care of. Okay, let's move forward. So I have already told you that how you can do that. We have spoken on that. How you spend it, how you save it. So there are a lot of mobile apps. I said automate that. I spoke about that. So once you automate all those things, this will happen. Okay. But I think many people would not like to do that. So just you can open separate accounts, liquid fund, and that vehicles, how you can do it, we will come to later on. So now financial well-being, again, it is credit and debit, how you manage your bills. I spoke about some credit card, too much of debt. I spoke about credit card also. So you keep on buying, okay? You don't realize how much. And there are many cases I have met. I will not be able to count, okay, in my life. But what has happened? People have swiped their card and they really don't know how much they are owing to on their card. They don't know how much they are owing on the card. So tell me, type in the chat box of you people, how much do you know how much do you owe in credit card if you are using a credit card? How much is payable? How many of you are using credit cards? It's not bad. I'm telling you, using credit card is not bad. Okay, so Nagaraju is using. Anybody else? I am also using a card. I have only one card. I have one card. So anybody else? Sudarshan, yes. So do you have any credit balance as of today? So yes. Do you know how much do you owe on your credit card? Sudarshan knows. What about Nagaraju? Aditya also knows. Great. That is good. You're tracking your expenses. Good. Nagaraju, do you know how much you owe on your credit card? Good. So that is a good habit. So, but in my career, I have met around 75% of people don't know how much they owe on their credit card. And out of that 75%, 60 to 65% people pay only the minimum balance. How about you guys? Now, I don't want you to, if you feel embarrassed, don't type in the chat box, but realize for yourself, how many of you are paying minimum balance? Full payment. That's great. How many of you? See, I used to clear, but now the amount of rate of interest on minimum balance, just go and check. Okay, as investment. Okay, that is you are using that miles and you are getting that freebies from credit card. Okay, if you are able to manage, it's fine. Great, great. Okay. So what do you miss? What happens? I have in many cases debt collectors keep on calling and you overshoot your limits and you keep on paying minimum balance. And then I know if people who have paid the minimum balance, they realize they know how much is the pain of your hard-earned money, right? So you have to manage your money. You have to see buying in full, paying if you have card, if you are paying in full, if you have know the smart how to smartly manage your credit card, it's good. But it never happens. I can guarantee even in case of people who are using it as investment, sometimes they will miss it. For once also they will miss it. So once they miss that one pain, that interest rates is really very hard. You get into a fight with the credit card company. I've been paying regularly. I've been paying regularly. What happens is that, okay, sometimes emergency happens. You don't have that amount of balance in your account. The auto payment might be rejected. So there are so many things there are so many ifs and buts using a credit card. Okay. And see, exceptions are always there. Everybody is not smart as people who are smart in using the card. I am not smart. I miss it. Okay. So, and the insult. Sometimes, I have seen people in my building when the debt collectors come and they shout at people who have not paid who are not paying, who are irregular in paying or not doing. It's very insulting and very embarrassing. Your personal image, what happens? So that's what I'm trying to say. Money basics is how you manage your debt. If you're within your 50, 30, 20, all these things will not happen. But if you're using the card as a different tool, fine. If you're smart in doing that, very good. Okay. A lot of people, they get into debt, but yeah, you have to come out of the debt. How you can come out? There are always a way to come out. Now, there is no magic formula or something. There is no magic formula. You have to accumulate money from somewhere and at least clear. Yes, Nagaraju, I said 3 months, that is 3 to 6 months for emergency fund. And paying off your credit card debt from emergency fund is not the rule. Debt is not emergency. Credit card debt is not emergency. Credit card debt is not an emergency. You created that emergency. Emergency is something which you have not created. You know, that happened. There's a job loss, there is a medical thing, there is so many natural calamities. But you took a, you made a high-end purchase which was not required, and then you're not able to pay, and then you use your emergency fund to pay off that. No, that is not that. That is wrong money management. Okay, that is wrong money management. So coming out of debt, what has to do? You have to earn more, or go to a go to somebody where go to a person where you get money at a lower rate of interest, because credit card, if you pay minimum balance, the rate of interest is very high. You have to manage from somewhere, break your investments, and pay this off, because the rate of interest goes to a 7-8% per month sometimes, and that varies from company to company. Okay? So that's so much of a crazy amount of rate of interest. I'll give you an example. In my case, what happened? I'll give you. It was 4 years back. We are a startup, so I would say today we're not a startup. That time we were a startup before COVID. My company was into. We are into financial planning services, so we were using. We got into a new vertical, starting into motor insurance. So what happened? The people started using my card, my partner's card, to issue motor insurance, because all the insurance requirements started coming from all over India. To make things easy, to issue give prompt service, we used to start using the card. And at every cycle, every month, the card usage was 3 lakhs, 3.5 lakhs per month. And one cycle, I missed it. It's not that I missed it intentionally. The money from the commission which we used to get from the company did not come in time, and we could not pay. We could not pay the full payment, and neither. And the thing is, we missed out. We were thinking last moment that money will come, but it did not come. And then in that complacency, we could not even pay the minimum balance. And next month, when I got the bill, I was shocked. The late charges, they call it late charges. It was 25,000 rupees. For 3 lakhs, I was asked to pay 25,000. So can you calculate the rate of interest? Even in how many months? In 12 months, it's almost double. You get my point? So that's what I'm trying to say. Once you miss only one, all whatever you earned in last 6-7 months is wiped off. So it's this for people who are not that savvy, not that smart, I would not recommend using. So that debit and credit part you have to manage. Credit card, it should always be squared up, always, because that's and it's always there in everybody's pocket, and we keep on using that. And how much it hurts in future, we don't realize. Now, why I am using it? I've kept it for an emergency, to be very honest. I always use my debit card. Okay, that is the best way to do it. Now there are other people also. Now I'll tell you, I'll not name him or her. Last session when I was taking, someone from this session who was in a mess or is in a mess, I will say. He has taken so many loans, including a credit card loan, because credit card is even giving you a loan now. If you buy, they make a substantial purchase, they want you to convert it to EMIs and then you pay. Right? So he has done that. And he came back to me after the session, sir, I want to get it. Somehow he managed my number. So he got in touch with me. I need your help. Can you help me? So I did, and I helped him how to come out of that. But fortunately, there was a way out to that. There was a way which something could be done for him. And I gave him the advice. So he's working on that. So what you have to do, if you are not in a situation that not able to manage that too much of debt and too much your income is not able to handle the debt situation, you should always get in touch with somebody who can help you, who can be an advisor, who can be a friend, who can be anybody. Because it's very difficult, But what that guy was doing, every month he's borrowing to pay the borrowing. Every month. So and every month interest is accumulating. So the month, if say, for example, his dues are, he's borrowed 50,000, the next month he's borrowing 70,000 to pay off his dues, which is again accumulating. So sometimes this happens. So he was lucky that universe sent him to this session and then he got connected with it. Okay. So if this is happening with you, please get in touch with somebody who can really help it out with your personal finance. Others is called CIBIL, the CIBIL thing is very also important. How many of you know about CIBIL? Because this is very important going forward. And I have seen only one of the cases. Yeah. So Karthik, can you speak something about CIBIL? What do you know about CIBIL?
Okay. I just know that they monitor the score, basically the credits, debits, or financial health, and they come up with a score to assess somebody whether he or she is capable to clear off any debts or loans, whether he or she is eligible to get some loans or not. Basically, it says the financial health of a person. That's what I understand.
Great. So basically, in short, it is that only. But in abroad, if you go to developed countries, in USA, if you have they call it the Fino or something. I don't know the exact word. Fino or something. Whatever. So in their case, and that is going to happen slowly, it is going to happen in India. And it has started happening. Okay. Now CIBIL is not only assessing that how is your financial health, it also tells you from wherever you have taken the loan. They have all the record. Because once you take a loan from anywhere, I'll answer these questions. This is one thing. Somebody has asked the chat. Abhi Nair,
Sure,
I'll
sir,
get back to
no
you.
problem.
I'll come
No
back to
problem,
you
sir.
in the Q&A session. I'll come back to you.
Sure.
Okay. Where were we? CIBIL. So CIBIL is something, it's about, they have a central database of every individual from where you have taken the loan, how much EMIs you are paying, how much repayments you are doing, how much defaults have you done. Even the history of the last 10 years is already there. And people think that if they had something wrong have done 10 years back, they will go, nothing will happen. No, your CIBIL score, once it's gone, you're gone. And very recently, I will tell you, 4 or 5 months back, there was an advertisement in Economic Times for a property in North India, for some property. And SDFC said that people having a CIBIL score of more than 800 will get a 1% discount on the home loans. So here what is happening in USA, what happens if you have a good CIBIL score, you go and apply for a loan, you will get the lowest rate. The same loan, if I apply, who is not having a good score, let's say you are having a 700 score. So your rate of interest will be, let's say, 7%. Somebody is having 800 CIBIL score, he will get the same loan at 6%. And 1% difference is huge for a home loan or whatever. It's huge. It can come down drastically. The EMIs can come down to even 20 installments for a 1% difference.
It is applicable in India also.
Yeah. So slowly it is happening.
Yeah.
It has not fully implemented.
Yes, understood. Not 1%, say 0.25, 0.5 is offered in personal loan and home loans, etc.
Right. So it has not fully implemented, but it is slowly happening. So if you're having a good CIBIL score, you can negotiate. But here you have, in India, you have to negotiate. There, not. They give you right away. Like HDFC said, if you have this much civil score, you are getting this. So people who are really have defaulted on loans or whatever on credit cards, please try to build on your civil score because future is there. That is one thing is going to be very important going forward in next 5 years in India. If you don't have a good civil score, you'll your financial life will be in a problem. You'll get nothing at rebate. You will not be able to get even discounts in the shopping malls or whatever. Because everything may be connected to your PAN number or so. You never know. Technology is going so forward, so fast. Okay. So that is what is civil score in neutral, in short. Okay. Okay. As I said, in CIBIL, these are all recorded loans, credit cards, bank guarantee, letter of credit, whatever, any kind of loan you have taken, it is recorded there. Okay. Now we come to insurance. This is one of the most neglected part in personal finance. Risk management. Risk management. Yesterday or day before yesterday, I was talking to someone who has become a very recently good friend of mine. He's very young, but we are friends. He is 33, 34 and earning very handsomely. Let's say his income is around 36 lakhs per annum, his salary. And he was talking about, and since he came to know through my book and all that, that I'm into personal finance, he started taking keen interest in his personal finance. And then we were speaking and everything. I said, wait, because through our discussion, I got to know that he has 6 dependents. One dependent, his wife, homemaker, does nothing. She's a homemaker and just a graduate. One child, father and mother, 4, and one nephew and one niece, sister's children, dependent on him. Okay. I said, forget whatever you're earning. Tell me what is your life insurance? What is the risk you are covered? He said, Tarak, 4 lakhs. I said, very good. And I think that's good enough. He said, that's good enough. So hypothetically, that's very hypothetically. When we take an insurance, we think we have a life insurance. Like when I ask you, how much money do you owe? Okay, I ask you how much. So you know that this much is payable. So this is hypothetical. I have one life insurance. This is like that. So I said, okay, now if something goes wrong tomorrow, you have 6 dependents. So they'll get 4, or let's say some bonus add karke, it will come to 5 lakhs. How it is good enough? And he was shocked suddenly. So you are earning 36 lakhs per annum. So you're giving them a good lifestyle and everything. So that is not even 25% of your salary. And they have to live your lifelong. And he was and the discussion was just silent there. I said, forget about your savings, investments. I am not getting into that. No, but I have some land, I have some this. I said, okay, you have. When you're not there, your land will get into litigation because somebody will claim because they know your father and mother is old, they are vulnerable. Your wife is not that smart, and all this happens in our lives. Try to understand, boss. Cash is king. Cash is king. In front of cash, nothing is kuch nahi chalta. And then I tell him, why don't you buy a simple 10,000 rupees per month you have to spend, or let's say for 5 years only, and get covered for lifelong for 3 crores. And again, he's stuck in that own old version, which has been taught in our mindset through the advertisements. जिंदगी के साथ भी, जिंदगी के बाद भी. Okay, and we are into endowment plans. Yeah, we are not managing our money smartly. He said, Tarak, if I pay for term plan, I will not get back the money. I said, come on. And then I showed him the calculation. How can much more and secure much more, and not even 1 times but 20 times more than what you are secured right now. And by evening, he got a term plan. Now you have to understand that, see, he was in a salary of 36 lakhs. I told him, maximum you are eligible, go and take it, because tomorrow if something happens, because we are living in a world of uncertainty, there is a job loss or whatever, and you are not able to get a job of 36 lakhs, you are getting 20 lakh, 25 lakhs per annum. So your eligibility for a term plan will come down. So always go for the maximum you are eligible. And then, because from going from 2 crores to 3 crores for a term plan, the premium will increase hardly by 2-3 thousand rupees. It will not increase so much, big amount. Okay. And Murphy's, law of Murphy. When you think this will not happen to me, तभी वो गलती होता है. Murphy is very smart. So insurance is the basic. That is, and we are merging insurance and savings into the same thing. And we realize that when we pay premium for Mediclaim, do we want to get hospitalized? No, but still we pay the Mediclaim insurance. When we pay a car insurance, do we want our car should get into meet an accident? No, we don't want. But when we pay a life insurance premium, we want that savings back. I don't know why. So these are all in your mind actually. If you don't clear your mind and don't understand the money basics, insurance is the cost, and life insurance is not for you, it is for your loved ones. People think life insurance is for me. If I don't die, I'll get a saving. But it's not for you. Life insurance is not for you. Car insurance is for your car. Health insurance for your health. And life insurance is not for you. It's for your loved ones. And if you're underinsured, you're gone. So 4 lakhs, or let's say 5 lakhs per annum, if you invest in a FD, because nobody is smart in his family to manage, invest and earn from there, they get 6% per annum. How much you get in a year? How much you get in a year for 5 lakhs? 10% you get 50,000, 6% you get 30,000. They will not be able to survive even 1 month. And they will, after 10 months, they will eat up the entire 5 lakhs. And then what will happen, God knows. But for 3 crores, if they invest even in the FD, they get 18 lakhs. The emotional loss, only God can fill the gap of emotional loss. But monetary loss, you can always make those things work for you. At least the family won't think that if he had been there, if dad would have been there, if son would have been there, we would not have been facing this kind of days which we are facing. Right? So insurance is must. Go, and last time I spoke to someone who did not have a proper health insurance. I don't know whether I told him, brother, after the session, go and take your health insurance. I don't know whether he has done or not. Whether he's present today or not, I don't know. I don't remember the name. But properly, everything. Insurance is a must. Health and life. These two is, otherwise, if you are not having a proper health insurance, your entire life savings and investments goes away. I have seen not one, many cases. Okay. Protect your property. This is small amount, hardly 2,000 rupees premium. You can protect your entire house, but nobody does it. And it's not that you don't want to do. The problem is with the insurance industry. They do not educate you to do it because they don't earn from that. The premium is so low that they don't earn, that's why they don't sell. Suppose something goes wrong, there's a fire in the building, or there's natural calamity or whatever, and your building collapses or there is some loss to your building or your house. Building the entire house is, how much pain you have taken. Karthik, you have made a house, you know how much effort you have done, given in that,
Yes.
how much money you have spent also. So if something goes wrong with your house property, can you imagine what's the problem or you'll face? So even if you're staying in an area where it's earthquake prone, it's tsunami prone or something, this is mandatory. I would say it's mandatory for everybody, but it is hardly a couple of thousand rupees. Get it insured. People don't know that house can be also insured because the insurance agent will not tell you because they are not interested in selling this kind of product because they will not earn from that. Okay. Obviously, protect your family and yourself. As I spoke about life insurance, protect your income. Now, this is again, I would say if you can, you should. Otherwise, once you take a health insurance or a life insurance, there is something called critical. I recommend and I do not recommend depending upon the personal situation of the person. When I do personal planning for my clients, I discuss with them and then I understand and then sometimes I recommend, sometimes I do not recommend. Okay, but there is something called accidental insurance, partial accidental insurance. Not fully. If you're dead, then gone. If you survive, partial insurance, if your hands or limbs or something is not there and you cannot work, then what happens? The premium is so low, you can get yourself covered for crores for that, hardly 500, 600, 700 rupees. Why not have it? Why not take it? But nobody tells you about that. Okay. And we see accidents and all happening, and people losing their legs, eyes, hands. Why is the premium so low? Because the probability of that happening is very high. But with who will that happen? Nobody knows. Why take that risk for just small amount? So we are not educated. The insurance agents are very smart because they'll have to give the same effort, but the earning is not there. So they will not tell you about all these products. Okay. So you have to take care of financial well-being. There are many things, but these are small things which I'm telling you are very important. Your risk management, your risk management should be watertight. Murphy cannot be able to hit you from any side. What is Murphy's law? Google and see. Okay. Just kick Murphy away. Murphy should be a football for you. Okay. I know 100% God can manage, but whatever is in your knowledge, whatever you can do, you should do. And that the cost, the amount is so minimal compared to your total income. But even we do not do because we think, मेरे साथ तो नहीं होगा, it will not happen to me. It's in our mind, it will not happen to me. It will happen to my neighbor, it will happen to everybody, but not me. Arey Baba, why? Do you have that Midas touch or whatever? I don't know. Why do we have that thinking in our mind? We see happening around us every time. Okay. So investing. So what is the time? I think we should be investing. We go next session.
Yes.
Let's stop today here. Let's 11:54 and take the Q&A.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, Tarakji. I have few points to add in the session. Like I would just like to add my experiences at my revelations in my life, basically through either mindset or some points like that. So first of all, I'm very thankful for the session. Even I have got a lot of value from the session, Taraknachi. I'll tell you why. When you mentioned about insurance about property, right? So as you mentioned, we are building a property. What we came to know recently is that the property built just behind our property, the putting under the basement was just laid at 4 feet depth.
Okay.
So it should actually be made at 7 feet depth. So when we were digging our pits, so we came to know that they didn't construct well. actually. So we discussed with our engineer. He said it is a risk for us also because it is just going to be beside even the other building, which is constructed for 3 floors with just 4 feet of
Okay.
footing. So even it sinks a bit, then it starts to incline onto our building.
Okay.
Suppose I didn't observe or the builder didn't tell us or something. Anything can happen. Like we have invested so much with the intention that it should stay for at least 50 years with the current standards, basically. So what happens if the building starts to sink and it starts to damage ours basically in 20, 30 years? We don't know. God only knows like what can happen. Seriously, I'm going to consider this point. I was so much worried till now. Like, what can I do? Should I sell this property? Should I construct differently or something like that? Probably I should explore more about this property insurance and go ahead with it. Thanks a lot for that.
Now, but before I tell you, property, if that is a, you see, I even said one thing, it should be watertight. So till you are, if you are exploring to sell it, if you already have that in mind, go for it. But till you are not able to sell
I
it,
don't have any plan to sell. We are going to
that
have
is
it.
okay.
Yeah.
No, since that came into your mind, that's what I'm
No,
telling you.
because of this unawareness, probably I didn't want that risk to keep that in my mind and something like that. But
So
yeah,
go for
I will definitely.
go for home insurance.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much. And yeah, I have few points. Maybe you can also add your views. The thing I learned about BNPL, buy now pay later. It is newer version of luring people into buying things basically instead of credit card. Now people who do not have credit card also are offered with BNPL. It is there in everything, whatever you are buying, a watch or your appliances, your mobile, it could be anything. BNPL is available. So I just want to add 2 points here related to BNPL, which I came to know. So there are 2 reasons why BNPL is offered. There could be many reasons. The 2 reasons which made me realize that, okay, I should never go for BNPL, probably, unless it is really necessary, is that one is upselling. So the very purpose of BNPL is to lure people to buy more than they require. Basically, suppose I go to a mobile shop thinking that I'll buy a mobile phone of 20,000 rupees. Okay, but seeing the offer of BNPL without interest, if there is a mobile phone of 30,000, 40,000 with better features, probably I'll be tempted to buy that because I'm not going to pay anytime soon. I have salary, I have income, so probably I will get convinced that okay, I'm getting a very better phone for say which I'm going to pay in EMIs basically. Even though I don't have credit card, even though I'm very conscious about credit card, I don't own a credit card. Probably that may happen. So first reason is upselling. Of the purpose of BNPL is upselling. Second is to again get into the cycle of this to sell the older products. That's what I came to know. You know, for example, take an example of refrigerator. So any appliance will keep getting into newer versions, newer designs, right? So all the older versions which are not sold or the clearance sale, basically, whatever they want to clear from the inventory, they put into this BNPL, it seems. So when we see that, okay, we think that it is getting under offer, but we don't know that they are trying to clear. But even though we opt for it, we should be conscious enough that, okay, I am taking an older product because it is coming for lesser price. I should be conscious in taking the decision. If I am okay with that, I can take it. But without awareness, I should not take it. That's the point I wanted to add.
Yeah, but I wanted to add something more to that. And these are 2 good value additions because these were not related to, both were related to mindset. So I was just trying to focus more on financial aspects. So the third part which I want to add on buy now pay later is, if you miss a deadline, again over there, if you miss any EMI there also, you have to pay penal charges.
Okay.
It's not that, it's not like, suppose you missed, you have to pay into EMI is on third EMI or fourth EMI is on, let's say, 5th of September, and you miss that deadline, and if you go and pay on 10th of September, you have to pay penal charges there as well as you have to pay in credit card. So in spite of those 2 other things which we spoke about, yes, upselling is there. You know what? It's very simple. We don't even realize. This Amazon Prime, What is Amazon Prime? They are selling we are always watching the what we call it.
OTT.
OTT is there, that's fine. But in shopping case, since we have Amazon Prime, I didn't realize that it will send me this. I'll get in 2 days. Okay, let me go for extra things also.
Mhm.
So because we are getting it, I mean, this is also an upselling for Amazon Prime is also an upselling for your purchase part. So now I've started not looking at, I mean, delivery time or whatever. When I go to the app, if I want something, I only look at what I want and I bring it because I was in a habit. In fact, when I open the app, I don't open in front of my wife. To be very honest. Otherwise, इसके साथ ये भी मंगा लो अच्छा है. But
Yeah.
once because they throw up so many similar products, right?
Yeah.
So you
I,
want
I,
one.
yeah. I think we should really go back to the older habits, like consider groceries. How my mom used to buy is she used to give me a list. Okay,
Exactly.
what is done, what is over in the house. So she writes down like these are needed for us. So get this. So I used to go to the shop and get only those. Now
That's
we
it.
go to supermarket with the cart. So we see gulab jamun packet. Okay, we intend to do it later, make it later. So we put it. So we take some soup packets. We take some chocolates, some ice
Exactly.
cream, which
That's
is
what I'm
never
saying.
planned. Yeah.
It's all you're spending. That's why you're not able to save.
Hmm.
So I spoke in the beginning only. You have to make a list and go whatever you need by that only. Beyond that, no. And the
Yeah.
second thing I just in the discussion I missed out was very important. Yes, and I don't know how many guys are here who were born before ATMs were there in this meeting. Who are there? Anybody is there who have seen the non-ATM era?
No, I think.
No. So I have seen the non-ATM era. Okay? In my even when I was in, I did my CA, then ATMs were not there in 97, 98.
So probably during our childhood, it is not there.
Uh,
From probably school, 8th, 9th, 10th class onwards, ATM is there.
so I have seen the non-ATM era. Can you imagine? There was no ATMs.
Mhm.
So how did we manage? So ATMs are what? They are luring you to spend anytime you have money. Chal Baba, you don't have swipe your. It's just like credit card. So you are not compelled. You don't. You have stopped planning.
Yeah.
You have stopped planning. So when ATMs were not there, what my dad and me initially when I qualified as a CA, I need this entire money for the 1 week or 10 days. Okay, go and write a check and withdraw the
Yeah.
money.
I can completely relate. I'm fortunate to be in this state, frankly speaking, because I withdraw some 10,000 rupees and keep in the wallet. Whenever that is over, I'll withdraw again and keep. So
Okay,
I don't know like how many days it is getting over or what I'm spending it on. And for example, so I just withdraw 5,000, 10,000, I keep it in the wallet. Whenever it is over, I'll withdraw again. So there is no control
so
actually. Same with
yeah. So even if in your case, there is no control because it's easily available. If it's over 5,000, go and another take it. Go to ATM nearby and take it.
yeah.
So in our days when ATM started, you could only go to let's say if I am banking with Axis Bank, I can only withdraw from Axis Bank. That was even good because you could find only one within an area of 2 kilometers or 3. That was equivalent to going to a bank and planning it properly. But now you can use any card from any ATM. So again, the same thing has happened.
Yeah.
So they are compelling you. The system is built like that.
Consumption
The
driven.
economy, consumption driven. Because the more you consume, the more the economy will grow.
Mm.
So you have to understand the logic behind it.
Yeah.
Why things are being easy?
Yeah.
Because the system wants to control everything. Yeah, and he keep you poor.
Yeah.
People see Ambani, he doesn't travel with a credit card, he doesn't travel with the money. Who goes with him? He's somebody who is there who is paying for him.
Yeah.
He never buys. I
Uh,
was watching one of his interviews. He never buys. Something is always gifted to him. So he never, I don't know. I hope everybody has a life like him. But but
yeah.
see the thing, what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
So everything system is in such a way that you will not plan your life. So unless you plan, gone.
Yeah. Just want to add another point. I'll have this discussion with my mom time to time. She feels that prices of everything is increasing day by day. So it is very difficult for people to live. So I try to tell her that system is built like that. Inflation is planned by government. Okay. 2 days or 3 days ago, I read a news article about China's deflation. So China has got into deflation from inflation recently, like probably quarter value or something. So it created concerns in the market, and market has fallen that day. I was laughing at that basically. So it means that deflation is nothing but the prices of the things are reducing. So that is a concern for the world.
Yeah.
You know how we are, like, inflation is planned. Probably we could discuss about inflation alone in probably
a
one of the
different
sessions.
session,
Yeah, one of the sessions. So how inflation is happened, how it is controlled basically. So I'll just quickly go back to the points which I thought probably add some more value. Term insurance, when you mentioned, I felt like the earlier one takes, the lower EMIs will be, that premiums will be, and the more aged one is, basically there is chance that term insurance can get rejected.
Rejected, and the cost will be
Premiums
high.
are more also. So recently it happened to one of my friends saying that his term insurance is rejected because his BMI is more. They asked to come back after 6 months, reducing the BMI basically.
No, these are very normal. So
Mm.
at the earlier age, your system, you are not into, not only with term insurance, it's about with health insurance also.
Yeah, exactly.
Because once you start aging, last time we spoke, last session, once you start, people are complacent, they are given the health insurance facility by the employers, they don't take health insurance. And once they are between two jobs shifting, something happens, they are not covered, they are again into a suit. Later on in the age when they want life insurance, they do not get because now they have high BP, sugar, and all that. So those problems you have to have a health insurance at the earliest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
another point. Sorry to
No, no.
bother all of you guys. The perspectives
no, it's for the
basically.
benefit of everybody.
Yeah, hopefully. So regarding life insurance, so I took my first life insurance when I got a job. So obviously, how it happens, at least in our places, the insurance agents will be keeping an eye on everybody, whether somebody has got a job, whether somebody gave birth to a new kid. So they try to put you like, okay, you got a job, do insurance for us. You got a kid, do insurance for us, for her safety, for his safety, all these things. So when I first took my life insurance, I took for a sum assured of 4 lakh rupees. At that point of time in 2011, I felt 4 lakhs is too much for me, because
Correct.
it was really too much for me at that point of time. And the premium was around 4,000 per quarter. Okay, still it's going. That point of time with my salary, I thought 4 lakhs is too much. I thought let me take it.
No,
But
it's not
anyways,
only
I
you,
pushed.
not only you, even the agent will put into your mind, it's good money.
Correct. So now when I realize the inflation, when I understand about inflation and the increasing prices and how it will be in future, the time by the time it matures, probably in another 8 years or so, I can't even buy a bike with that 4 lakhs. Forget about saving our life or families' lives, basically. I can't even buy a bike. When I quoted this statement with my insurance agent, who is my relative, basically he didn't like it. Probably he took it as arrogance. Probably,
he will not like it.
He will not like it because he is still in that old era. Like, oh, why are you saying 4 lakhs is less? Because you have earned so much, like that. The perspective has changed. That is why term insurance is very, very good. With the same life insurance, if I have to take term insurance coverage of 50 lakhs, 1 crore,
No,
it is impossible.
Not only that, it's not only that, with the same premium, you will get 20 times and you'll also save some money which can be invested in somewhere, and you earn even more.
Yeah.
You see
Now I have come to the point like life insurance is of waste. We should have both health insurance and term insurance.
Yeah. So if you see, the illustration is very, very nicely explained in my book with figures and numbers and everything. There's one section which is very nicely explained.
Yeah. That is why I didn't take life insurance for my daughter.
It's not. Why for daughter? First of all, yes, sir. See, there's a tragedy here. Very good point for everybody. Life insurance is not required for who is not earning. Now, let me tell you a story over here. Okay? Very nice story. There is a big client of mine in Darbhanga, Bihar. Very big client. The first day I met him, I was not going to meet him because I was not sure whether he will get it converted or not. But then I was pushed to go by my partner. So when I met him, and he was very open. Slowly, he started opening up. And by afternoon, he opened up everything in front of me. And he was covered into life insurance with endowment policies and all different kind of policies. So when I showed him the calculation and everything, I was just want to keep the discussion short. I'm telling you, he was very anti term plan. That day, by afternoon, late afternoon, he got a term plan for 5 crores. 5 crores, can you imagine? And the premium was very less. It was only 78,000. And I showed him the calculation. And by the evening, because I reached in the morning, I was to come back by the train. Darbhanga was at that point of time not connected by airport, but recently it is now had as an airport also. So evening I had a train to back. He cancelled my train. I said tomorrow I have a meeting. I said I'll make sure that you will reach Calcutta tomorrow morning and they give a flight from Patna. So Patna is a 2-hour drive from Darbhanga. So in the late night when we are having dinner, what he said to me, that. And you know what? He was the entrepreneur. His wife was not earning. So he was diverting the earning his wife's name. Okay. So the earning was in his wife's name, but he is earning, but he was doing business in 2 names. Just to save income tax, he said, Taragnath, you know what? You're not a good advisor. I said, why, what happened? My wife is eligible for 3 crores. You're not giving insurance to her. I said, boss, I'm not a salesman. I'm not an insurance agent. I'm an advisor. Why will I give insurance to her? If she dies, your earning of 3 crores will not go away because you are earning the money. You are diverting the income in her name. So the life insurance is only for that person who is earning, because in her or his absence, your inflow will stop.
Understood. The very purpose we should understand for every product, basically.
Exactly. So in your daughter's case, till she is major and starts earning, and her income is making a difference to your total income, till then insurance is not required. That's a cost which is going as a waste.
Yeah. Now there is another thing, unit linked plans, right? So I took that actually, frankly speaking, 2 years ago, I took it. I took it and put it as 100% equity. Like we can choose bonds and
That's
equity
fine.
and
Yeah,
water.
I know
100%
that.
equity I have put because she is just 2 years old at that point of time. Now when I checked, actually, against the fund in which I have put through the insurance company, say I would have selected one fund, right? Say large cap fund.
Yeah.
Okay, so I paid 2 premiums as of now, 50,000 each. So 1 lakh rupees I paid in cash. Now when I check the worth of it, it is 95,000 rupees after 2 years. Okay,
After 2 years.
the same fund I checked with the exact dates, like with XIRR, like I say 1st January 2021 I have put 50,000. 1st January 2023 or 2022 I have put another 50,000. Now it is 1 lakh. So with the same fund, if I had put in the mutual fund directly with the same fund, not even the other fund, same fund, it is like 1,12,000 rupees.
So what has
So
happened there? So your 1 lakh which you have paid 50,000 2 installments, some part has gone as insurance premium. No, they have deducted the insurance premium, and
premium
other part is
charges,
equal, and all those things are
fund
gone.
managers.
So I mean, they was not required to done in your daughter's name first of all. So you made a mistake. By that time, I
Yeah.
think
Now I
you were
decided I should not
you
continue
are
further. I
yeah,
will withdraw that money and put into mutual
Karthik
funds
was not
directly.
that much into finance at that point of time. Now
That
he
point
is
of
smart.
time, yes.
Yeah, so now
Little
you're
bit better than earlier. So
yeah.
I was thinking I'll pay for 5 years and it will become this much like that. Now, not even the money is there. So the 12% and the 5% basically, 17% is eaten up by the company.
Right.
The name
Yeah,
of charges, etc. All these things.
exactly.
So now I'm going to withdraw the 2 years premium also. I'll take that 95,000 back. I'll put in
Yeah,
mutual funds.
as soon as possible. You do it.
Yeah.
So and you know what happened? That guy told me, "Arey, Mr. Shaw, go ahead. Now, if she dies, I'll get 3 crores." And he took a term plan for his wife also.
Okay.
So you see, if you give the right kind of education, right knowledge to people, it happens. So I said, I'm not a salesman. I'm not an insurance agent that I want to push insurance for your wife. Why? If something goes wrong, your income is already there. Again, he was really so much of grateful even today. We are we, now the relationship is no more of a client and an advisor. We have become family friends.
Okay. So there was one question. Sorry, guys, for taking too much time.
No, but these are all relevant things which we are discussing.
Yeah. So I think Abhi Nair asked this. Retailers lure by providing higher discount on specifically credit cards, EMI options thereby. This is tempting to the customer with minimal processing charges, etc., and doesn't feel like higher baggage. Do you recommend going for such
We
purchases?
have answered the question. This is all upselling. These are old which are cleared actually. It's very smart if you see these discounted products. Let's say you're going to a Van Heusen counter or a Armani counter or wherever counter. See the discounted stuff and compare them with the fresh arrival. You can see the difference. The designs, the looks, and everything are totally different.
Mhm.
You go to any retail, I have seen it.
Yeah.
So designs and everything,
Yes,
these
yes.
are all so.
Those are
when
different.
you-
Yeah.
Yeah. The models available in online are different from what is sold in retail stores.
So
Yeah.
these are
Also,
all.
the point you said, right? The old, I think that was picked up sometime back. I think
Yeah,
Karthik or Tarak, you were saying that, but it was about putting the old models on there and selling it as
it's the same thing
on
in the
higher
same with
discount.
the malls. Same thing with the
Yeah,
malls. You compare a particular brand in the mall where you have the discounted products which are and you see in the fresh arrivals. You can compare and see it's hell and
yeah,
heaven difference you'll find.
yeah, yeah. So basically, we are getting a low quality thing for
Yeah, it's all
maybe
upselling. It's all
maybe it's
clearing.
an yeah
It's
obsolete product.
upselling.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not obsolete. It's upselling. You can say, but it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
obsolete.
upselling and getting an obsolete product, maybe last year's product, maybe 2 years back.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
To clear their inventory probably.
yeah,
See,
that's
at
right.
some point of time, we may be happy to take that.
Yeah,
Taking 2022 car, for example. So the previous
yeah, that
year's model, we
in
get at a
some cases
discount.
that is good.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we should be conscious. That's what I meant. We
yeah.
should be conscious
Now,
in
in
taking
case
that.
of cars, we also see, right, some old models like Tata and all, they have the old models which are far better than the newer models
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
So in that case,
Exactly.
yeah.
Mm.
Same with
So
refrigerators also, I think.
yes, we should understand that
Yeah,
brands have people employed to play these mind games with us.
that's
Recently,
right. Yeah,
one of my friends asked me, like, how these Puma and Adidas showrooms are making profits. They have the stores
yeah,
in the malls, for example.
yeah,
So in big malls are there. No, we don't find any customer buying them. We just
yeah,
go there, see the prices, and come back. Most of us, mostly, I think so. I never bought
yeah.
something like that, right? But what like he asked me, what do you think is their business model? How will they earn profit? Basically, if you understand keenly, it's that they are preparing our mind to that price point. Say you go to the mall, see the price, it costs 5,000 rupees for a pair of shoe, for example. Okay.
Yeah.
So you fixed your mind that, okay, Puma shoe costs 5,000 rupees. Now you come online, the same 5,000
Yes.
discounted 50,000, 50%, you buy at 2,500, thinking that it is
Yeah.
50% off.
Yeah, that's how it is.
They are spending money just to make ourselves prepare
Yeah.
for the buying,
Prepare. Yeah.
basically. So that's
It's
why
all about
once,
taking the psychology. Yeah.
correct. Once we
Yeah.
understand the very purpose of everything, right? Everything seems different. So I'm
Yes.
glad
and
I'm learning these things.
that's what I said. In the first session when I started, personal finance is nothing. It's all mindset. If you clear your
Yeah.
mindset first, you'll get answers to everything. And your mindset is set. Everything is set,
Mm.
and it's possible. It's not. It doesn't require to be a chartered accountant or a CFA or a portfolio manager. It's not required, Baba. You can do it by yourself, but you have to work on that. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tarak. Thank you very much, Karthik. Thank you for answering.
Yeah. Thank you, Abhi, for joining. Anyone else have any questions, or we can wind up?
I think you don't have. So we
Okay.
can wind up.
Yeah. Thank you, Tarakji, for another session. We can't be grateful enough for you. Thank you
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.